Hello friends, my today topic is types of variables in Java. So I'm going to explain types of variable in Java in today's session. So what is a variable? Variable is the name of the memory where we are using to store the values. This is variable. So the basic type of variable in Java are local variable, instance variable, and static variable. The variable is used to store the information that can be used in Java program to perform any task. There are three types of variables in Java. They are as follows, right? So one is local variable, second is instance variable, and third one is static variable in Java. So I am going to explain these three in briefly manner. Local variable is a variable that is local to a specific method. Specific method means local variable is a locally used by the method. It can be a block variable as well. We can name it as block variable since we can use it in a block. So let's explain it more. If we have a function like function 1 where int a. So this is nothing, this is the local variable that we have created in a particular function, right? So and it is also called as a block variable since it is in particular block, like starting from here and ending from here. Like after this bracket, this variable has no existence. So this is a local variable. Instance variable. What is instance variable? Instance variable is declared in a class and can be used by any method of that class only, is called an instance variable. It is an instance specific, which means other classes are not allowed, are not aware of this existence. Okay, so I will explain what is instance variable. Instance variable is basically we are using it in a class. Like if we have a class, right, and in that class we have int a, and we have one function like demo something, and this is a function, and this is the end of the class. So this is nothing, it's a instance variable since if there is a class a, sorry, class c, class c. Okay, so we have a class c. So if we want to create a one object, so we have one object like this. So obj dot a is 1. So this is nothing, this is an instance variable. If we are creating the another object for it, obj1 is equal to new c, then obj1 is also used to create use that particular instance variable. So instance variable, we are using it under the class, and local variable is used in a function itself. Now comes to the static variable. A static variable is the variable which is declared using the keyword static and shared among all the classes, is called the static variable. Static variable is nothing, it's a variable which we which is a which we declare in a class. Like if we declare as a class a, and under it if we declare a static variable int a, and if we have another function name, it's like something demo, and this is a static int a. So a static variable is basically used with the class name only, we need not object for it. first of all, and the initial value of, by default value of static is a 0. So if we want to use that particular class, so if class A, there is a class A1, then A1 dot A is equal to 10, like this we can use. We need not to create a object for it, and using a static keyword we are using this variable, this static variable. I'm explaining it with a programming example. And local variable and instance variable are non-static variable. These are non-static variable. Let's suppose we have a class 1, this one, right? We have a class 1, and in that class 1 we have int a and public static int b. So this is nothing, it's a declaration of variable inside a class, right? So this is the instance variable, and there is a there is a static int as well, which is initiated by 20 value. By default, if we have declared it as, if we have declared it as like b, sorry, int b, so by default value is 0. Since static value by default value is 0, it's not a garbage value, right? And we have a one function, sorry, one class. In that class we have a function like demo1, where we have declared one variable c15 and res as a local variable. This is local since it is initialized in a function, so it is a local variable. And what it is gonna perform, it is just going to calculate the square of this variable, this value, and print off the square of this c value. Now how now what would be the value after declaring all these static class and static local variable and instance variable? Let's suppose we have, this is a main function. We have created one demo object, this one. We have created a demo object. Demo is nothing, it's a class, right? So if we have a create this particular class, so it has three things. Object having three things. One is the c, which is having 15. One is result memory, and that's it. There are two variables inside it, inside the object, right? So now we are just calling with object and demo1. We are just executing it. If we are executing it, it will perform this whole function and print out the result, what is calculated in the result. So it is nothing, it is going to perform the square of 15 into 15 here and print out this value. This is nothing, it's a local variable, it's going to perform. The existence of c after this block is nothing. Now there is a class 1, object 1 is equal to new class 1. So this is the class 1, and here object 1 is created for this class 1, right? So after creation of this class 1 object, what it gonna perform, like if object 1 is having itself inside it a variable, a memory, and static b memory, which is having 20 inside it, right? Since it is a static value. Now object 1 a, it is storing 35. So the value of object 1a is 35 and object b is 50. The value of b is 20. It's already there. Now it is going to perform the square of object 1a and object 1a into object 1. It is going to perform the square of this 35 square and second one is 20 square. Now the result would be the result of this one. The result of this one is, first of all, this particular print, this will print the value of square c into c, c into c. What is in c? It is 15 into 50, and now it will result the second one, that is instance variable, that is object 1a and object 1a. So what in that, it's a 35 into 35 and inside in a class b, class 1 dot b. Since it is a static variable, b is a static variable, so it is we are taking it as class name. It is a class variable. Static variable is a class variable. For to access the static variable, we need not to create an object. We just need a class name only to get the values. So it is 20 into 20. Then the square of this one will print here. Yep. So the result of this is like square of this. So now I think you understood what is the instance variable, what is the local variable, and what is the static variable. I'm explaining it again. Instance variable is a variable which we are creating under the class. This is an instance variable, and it doesn't matter how many object of that class. All the object of that class access that variable and create that variable in their own object, whatever the object that is for this class. Local variable we can say it's a block variable, and it is initialized in a particular function. Since here it's a demo one, so inside that we have created this local variable c15. So and the existence of this c inside this block only, inside this block only, right? And the static variable is a class variable which initial default value is 0 if we have not if we have not given the value of it. So its initial value is 0, and if it is accessed by the class name only. And I'm explaining one more thing to you, right? uh, let's take this is the only class. Let's take this example, class 1 int A and public static int p is 20. Okay, so if I'm explaining it in some other way, like, so this is instance variable, this is static variable. If we have created two object of it, class obj1 is equal to new class this, and if we have created class one obj is equal to new class 1 this. So for this class 1 we have two object. Let's suppose if we have used this class 1 dot b is equal to 30. If we have initialized it with 30, then now the new value would be 30 for all the object and for all the values of for all the object of this class. The static value is the common for all the object of this class, and it is accessed by the class name, not with the object name. If the object 2 want to get the value of this one, then the new value would be 30, not 20, since it is already changed by the this class one. So this is how it how the static value how the static variable perform like. Static variable, a static variable is declared using the static keyword that we have already seen. Memory is allocated at the runtime when the class is loaded. I have already told, like, static variable is a class variable. So at when the class is loaded, then the memory is allocated at that time only once. However, final keyword can be used to show that the value of the static variable remain the same after initialization. It would be same, it will not change. It will change by the class only, and for all the object for all the things it would be the same. Static and as well as non-static method can access a static variable. Static variable is common to every object of the class, right? If the class has if the static value has been changed, so it will be the new value would be the same for all the object of that class, since it is changed by the class since it is changed in the static value, not a local or instance value. It is like a global variable available to all. Non-static variable, it's a local and instance. Non-static variable is declared as regular variable. Memory is allocated when a new object is created. However, each time a new object is created, new memory space is allocated, which can lead to wastage of memory. Static method cannot use a non-static variable. Correct. If we have a static method like static demo, so this can only use static variable, not a non-static variable. Non-static variable is accessible to the to its instance. Correct. It is a local variable and available to object of the class. Accessing a non-static variable is done using the reference to the instance where it is declared. So I hope you understood these all definitions, these all differences. If you have any questions, please comment me on this video, so I will explain more on it. And please do like, share and subscribe, so that you will get a new video and new updates. Thank you.